Okay, so I'm not exactly sure as to why Genji is the hero in Overwatch that attracts the hordes of 12-year-olds that are drugged up on Mountain Dew and Cheetos, but he's the one. I mean, is it just me, or does every new player just gravitate towards Genji and completely become a nice heaping ball of testicular cancer that is masked in a whole bunch of dragon blades and deflexed? And I'm not trying to be an asshole, which I take back, because that's kind of the point of the video, but does the statement, "I'm a Genji main," trigger anybody else, or is it just me? Like, when somebody tells me that as his reasoning for not switching to healer in a team comp full of tanks and DPS, my legit response is either, "Oh, I didn't know you were a living incarnation of AIDS. What's that like?" Or I say, "You must be the people that like Amy Schumer's special on Netflix." And you know, the sad part is that Genji mains are like Forrest Gump, alright? You know that whole "life is a box of chocolates" thing? Yeah, well, the Genji is either going to be sweet, tasting milk chocolate with a caramel filling and maybe some sprinkles or something. Or, like the Genjis I get on my team, they are going to be like the toothpaste-flavored cum-dumpster ass-crack piece of shit chocolate that nobody likes, and you actually become brave enough to eat later, but then you instantly regret trusting it. So, I guess basically what I'm trying to say is your Genji could be Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or he could just be a rock. Like there's no in-between, it's one or the other. But luckily for you all, I'm going to teach you all how to be the best Genji main that you can be. My name is XX Megafaggot XX69, and this is the Asshole's Ultimate Guide to Genji. Okay, so before we go any further into this guide, let's just go over the bare-bone basics of how to be a complete dick muncher and throw the game for your team as a Genji main, which isn't bad, by the way, because you are becoming the best Genji that ever Dragon Bladed. So the basics as a Genji main, you should never, and I mean never, be on the payload or the objective. If you so much even look at the objective, then you run the risk of never being a good Genji, and you instantly disgrace your fellow Genji mains. So that step's pretty difficult, but with enough practice you'll be fine. Also, as a Genji main, you should never be under 150 health, and if you are, what you need to do is spam "I need healing" in the chat, or leave the point to go find some health packs, because you can never be under 150 amount of health. So, but if you spam "I need healing," you need to get that Anna over there, come and heal you, and if she doesn't, then you have every right to just throw the game for the rest of your team. I mean, because you're Genji, you can't do anything wrong, it's everybody else's fault. And lastly, when you get your ult, never use it to clear off a point or anything, you always save that shit to combine ult so you can get play of the game, because if you don't get play of the game, then that game is an instant loss for you. I mean, it doesn't matter if you win. If you don't get play of the game, then what's the point of playing Genji, right? I mean, you just want all that glory. That's the point of playing Genji. Okay? Good. Now that the basics are out of the way, Genji's kit is pretty damn sexy, to be completely honest with you. Like I can't even make a joke about it at this point in time, because it's just so dope of a kit. So, starting with his weapon, or weapons, I'm not quite sure how to classify them, but Genji's DPS comes from his shurikens. He fires 3 at a time in 2 different fire modes. The first mode isn't really humanly possible. I mean, he flicks his wrist so damn fast. Like, this dude must jack off a lot to get that kind of wrist motion to throw shurikens like that. And the other fire mode, the shurikens fire off in horizontal cone pattern-ish kind of thing. It's just horizontal, that's all you need to know. So use the linear fire mode for long ranges and the horizontal mode for close targets. Genji's passive abilities is that he can double jump like Mario in the middle of the air, and he can also climb up walls like his brother Hanzo. Coming to think about it, I think Jeff Kaplan dedicated Genji's entire kit just to defy all logic and physics, but then again, I mean, I'm not sure those rules of logic and physics apply in a world in which a fucking monkey talks, and there's a robot that shoots orbs at your face, and there's a lesbian that can jump back in time. But anyways, Genji's first ability is a Swift Strike. And basically, what he does is lunge forward and strike the opponent for a decent amount of damage. And when I mean dash forward, like, he flies so damn fast. Like, he's fucking Usain Bolt. Or I guess more like a fat kid trying to get to the front of the lunch line. And honestly, it sounds like, too, when he dashes. Because it sounds like the little kid tripped over and fell over and he was like, "Ew!" I swear to God, it's that exact sound. So this Swift Strike can be used to escape situations that don't look too great, and as we discussed earlier, you can leave the payload in overtime because that's your obligation as a Genji main to do so. Now, you can get your dash back for every single time you get a kill with Genji, so that is very useful, and basically it backs up everything about Genji being a human cheat code. So his second ability is his deflect ability, in which he pulls out his sword and deflects all damage coming toward him for a short amount of time. I think about 4 seconds or something like that. This ability is one of the stronger abilities in the entire game. I mean, you can deflect pretty much everything if you are close enough to it. Like, I'm pretty sure you can block sexual diseases with Genji's deflect ability. The only thing that you can't block is beam attacks, so Symmetra beams, Zarya beams, Winston's Tesla coil. But like I was saying, you can block most attacks in the game, including ultimate abilities that fire projectiles, so it's really a great ability. Now, Genji's ultimate, Dragon Blade, is one of the strongest ultimates in the game, and it can seriously wipe a team if the Genji knows what he or she is doing. But like I said, it's a real 50-50 on that. Remember, Dwayne The Rock Johnson are just a fucking rock, like a pet rock, like Patrick's pet rock from that one race and that one episode of SpongeBob. That's exactly who I'm talking about. But this thing, his ult is so powerful that even if the Genji is being controlled by Helen Keller, he could still get 2 kills with this ability. Like, I'm not even joking. Now, if the Dragon Blade wasn't overkill enough, combining his ults with other ults is actually like dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I should have thought about that joke a little bit more carefully. Anyways, combined with Nano Boost and or Zarya's Graviton Surge, it's a play of the game waiting to happen. If you were on the other team and you hear those being comboed, just put your controller down. Like, there's nothing you can do. Just take the dick up the ass and try not to enjoy it too much. Now, as for game modes with Genji, I would say he is really pretty good for all game modes. He is a viable option for all game types, but I would say 2-point capture maps are his strongest. But just to be clear, just because he is strongest on the heavy objective game modes doesn't mean that the Genji main will stay on the objective. So long story short, you'll be in a 5v6 pretty much the entire time if you get a bad Genji. So here's a slap on the ass and a hearty good luck for everybody else that gets stuck in that situation. Well, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. The Asshole's Ultimate Guide to Genji. I hope you enjoyed it. He's not a character I'm particularly good at or fond of, but boy, is he deadly in the right hands, so I see why he is loved so much by the newbies. Sorry this video was out so late, but I really wanted to make sure that this video was perfect, and it went through a couple of rewrites and retakes, but regardless, thanks for watching the video. Click the like button if you enjoyed. It helps us out a lot, and we really appreciate it. If you are new, consider subscribing. We put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and a bunch of other games besides Overwatch, so there is something for everyone here at Legendary Inc. If you are subscribed, just wanted to let you know that you're awesome and we love your support. My name is Nicker Catalyst, and I'll see you all in the next video. My name is Mike Pence, and this is the Ultimate Guide to Genji. Oh God. Okay. Hold on. Let me try that one again. Let me do a different one. So strap your kitties into their car seats. I'm Tyler Perry's ballsack, and this is the Ultimate Guide to Genji. Oh shit.